Hi, my name's Darren. I'm from the Turntable Gallery, and this is one half of our current show, which features work by James Gillray and Peter Forster. Now, Peter Forster collected a lot of James Gillray's work, and he was inspired by the illustrative and kind of sensual drawings, you know, the line, the quality of the line, and even the print work as well. And Peter, in the 1960s, was drawing a lot of the bomb sites in London, which were still undeveloped. So these date from 1961, this is actually reworked from 2016. Peter also did a lot of illustrations for ordnance surveys, ordnance survey documentation. So the houses and the street scenes were drawn from his visits to other towns and cities around the UK. On the back wall, I forgot to mention that we have a drawing of the Chapter House in Lincoln. You might just recognise the statue of Tennyson. So on the back wall we have a few drawings and paintings of people. Peter loved to do lots of life drawings. We've only featured a small handful here. This gentleman is featured on the poster. And we have Lord Byron. Peter was a huge fan of Byron, and he also got commissioned by Waterstones to do some drawings of some of their Author of the Month introductory series. So we've got 4 of those. He did a drawing of Tchaikovsky as well. And, I better mention the notebooks. We've dug out 3 small notebooks. I think often from an artist's point of view, we like to see how other artists do their art. And this is a small insight into Peter's continual drawing, continual looking and mark making, etc., and somehow trying to, I see them as visual diaries because they're all dated as well. And the last section is again a little bit more illustrative, but Peter, when he was out and about, would often document and draw and paint buildings that he liked, especially the unusual ones. And this is where his work starts to become a little bit more abstract. So we've got some, I think this is from Kent. Not everything is, he doesn't always date some of his paintings, but it's interesting to see how the features that he really kind of covers are the buttresses and the arches and the kind of the colours of the buildings. And then we move towards abstraction. So the last 2 paintings are really where he comes into his own kind of forte, really, because he then reduces a lot of those features from the buildings, and even, I would say, the body as well. But this is where the show finishes at this point. This is the second half of the James Gillray Peter Forster show, and in here we have the majority of the James Gillray pieces. They're not in any order, but you can see that there are often certain themes that pop through. On this side we have some of the wedding elements and the marriage of conveniences or inconveniences. And then on here, there's a nod to Napoleon as well. And I'll show you some of the other works that are framed that are in the exhibition as well. The Plum-pudding in Danger is one of James Gillray's most famous pieces. These are etched and then very often they're hand tinted. But James Gillray is often thought of one of our most important editorial cartoonists. His biting sense of wit and eye for detail are truly timeless, and his masterful draftsmanship carries through the years.